This video focuses on adding and subtracting matrices. Please make sure you write down this rule right here. In order for you to add or subtract matrices, you must have the same exact dimensions in both matrices. So if you add a matrix that's 2 by 2, you better have another matrix that's also a 2 by 2 matrix. If not, it's not possible to ever add that matrix together if they are not the same order. So let's go through and do some examples on this next slide. So example A, we want to perform the indicated operation if possible. So what we have here is how many rows in the first matrix? We have 3 rows by 1 column with another 3 rows by 1 column. So they are the same dimension. So we can go ahead and add their corresponding elements. So we're going to talk about corresponding. This is the first element. This is the first element in those two. So we can add those two together. So 3 plus 2, which equals, 3 plus 1. I don't know where I got the 2 from. 3 plus 1 equals 4. All right, now let's go down to the second row. The second row, we're going to add negative 4 plus 0. Negative 4 plus 0 is negative 4. Then the last element, the last row, 7 plus 3, and we get 10. So the result of matrix A plus matrix B is below. All right, let's head over to the second example. So the second example is we want to subtract these two. So let's check our dimensions. 2 by 2, 2 by 2. So we can go ahead and subtract them. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this all in one. So I'm going to go 8 and 2, and I'm going to subtract them. So 8 minus 2 is 6. Now I'm going to go up to the second element of that first row. 3 minus 7, so that's going to turn to a plus, so 3 plus 7 is 10. I'm going to go down to the bottom row, the first element, so 4 minus 6 is negative 2. And the last one, the last element is 0 minus negative 1, so that'll turn to a plus 1. All right, example C. We have 2 rows by 2 columns and 2 rows by 1 column. If you remember from the last slide, you must have the same dimensions. We have a 2 by 2 and a 2 by 1. This is not possible for you to add these two matrices together. Now, I do have a couple more examples here. If you want to take the time and try some yourself, you can do so. I'm going to go ahead and skip those. So I thought that would be enough practice on adding and subtracting within like matrices.